Today on Refined, horror, mystery, and a psychological thriller. The must-see films at the box office this weekend. Plus, a creepy horror film character crawls off the big screen to scare some local museum goers. And a big book club announcement. We've got your Refined Reads pick for November. And from what we've been told, once you pick it up, you're not going to want to put it down. Hey everybody, welcome to Refined. I'm GAARD Swanson. It's Friday, and that means today is our special TGIF edition of Refined. Now, the countdown is on for Halloween. It's almost here, and there's so much to do this weekend, including a bunch of new movies that are hitting the theaters. Refined executive producer and amateur movie buff Scott Rondo has the weekend rundown.
The truth will set you free.
Just watching the trailer for the horror flick Jigsaw freaked me out. It's about a madman who kidnaps people so he can play deadly, sadistic games with them. The twist? The killer uses the same MO as a sociopath named Jigsaw who died 10 years earlier. Is it Jigsaw back from the dead? Is it a copycat killer? Well, you'll have to tell me, because there's no way in HE double hockey sticks I'm putting myself through this horror show. Jigsaw is in theaters today. Also new in theaters, the star-studded Suburbicon.
Hi, pal.
The film explores the creepy underbelly of family life in an idyllic-looking 1950s suburb. Now, it looks pretty serious to me, but I'm told it's a dark comedy. The cast is led by the sometimes fantastic Matt Damon and the always fantastic Julianne Moore, and directed by his suaveness himself, George Clooney.
I'm gonna kill you, too.
Also dark, but definitely not a comedy, is Thank You for Your Service. This one looks intense.
I was a good soldier. I had purpose, and I loved it.
It's a story of a U.S. soldier in Iraq who returns home to civilian life suffering from post-traumatic stress syndrome. It stars Miles Teller. This is a really important and timely topic, and I hope this movie is as moving as the trailer suggests it is. It's in theaters today. Up next, the psychological drama All I See Is You, starring Mrs. Ryan Reynolds herself, Blake Lively. Calm down, kids. We kid because we love. This is a story of a blind woman who gets her eyesight restored. Terrific, right? The only problem is, now that she can see, it becomes clear to her that her picture-perfect marriage isn't picture-perfect. AKA, her husband is a stage 5 clinger. This one is getting pretty savage reviews, but I don't care. I like Blake Lively.
Did you love me more before?
I also really like Christina Applegate and Thomas Hayden Church, so I'm willing to give Crash Pad the benefit of the doubt.
I sleep with the one guy who's pissed off that his one-night stand isn't just a one-night stand.
So here's the plot. A woman has revenge sex to get back at her husband who had an affair. But her one-night stand gets complicated when her husband finds out, moves and moves in with her fling. It's a little far-fetched. Who knows? Could be funny.
This isn't fun!
Finally, the sequel every fed-up mom has been waiting for.
Just for the ass back in Christmas.
That's right. It's Bad Moms Christmas. This time, the moms go rogue on the holidays when their judgy moms come home to visit for Christmas. The original stars, Mila Kunis, Kristen Bell, and Kathryn Hahn are back, plus American treasures Susan Sarandon and Christine Baranski join the cast. If you loved the first Bad Moms, get ready for some more inappropriate, raunchy fun. Bad Moms Christmas opens next Wednesday.
Oh my God. It looks like a parking cone.
Have fun at the movies. This is Scott Rondo for Seattle Refined.
Oh, man. All right. Thank you, Scott. Also hitting the big screen this weekend, Little Shop of Horrors.
I've given you sunlight. I've given you rain. Looks like you're not happy unless I open a vein. Where did you get such a weird place?
The cult classic musical comedy will return to theaters for 2 days only this Sunday and Halloween. It will include an elaborate 23-minute ending cut from the original movie before its release in 1986. The movie is playing in just 600 theaters nationwide. Now, here in Seattle, it's going to run at Pacific Place, Cinemark Lincoln Square, Northgate, and over at South Center. And you have just a few more days to take a magic carpet ride at the Paramount Theater. Disney's Aladdin is on stage right now, wowing audiences with the live adaptation of the 1992 animated musical classic. Don't hesitate to grab tickets for the final few shows. The musical numbers and costumes, as you can see right here, are spectacular. Curtain closes this Sunday. And just across town at the Fifth Avenue Theater, a Tony Award-winning masterpiece is getting a fresh reboot. The musical Ragtime is based on the book by E.L. Doctorow. It tells the story of the American experience at the turn of the 20th century through three very different sets of eyes. Ragtime runs through November 5th. But of course, everyone has Halloween on the brain this weekend, and the scariest haunted house in Seattle is gearing up for their biggest weekend of the year. We're not kidding about this. If you like to wander through creepy places not knowing what will come at you next, then you're going to want to get your tickets for the Georgetown Morgue. The annual Fright Fest runs every night between now and Halloween. For more information, just head to our website, SEATTLEREFINED.com. And this weekend is going to be a zoo-wide smash hit at the Woodland Park Zoo. You're invited to the Pumpkin Bash, where everything is Halloween and it's being celebrated. From spooky snacks for the animals to trick-or-treating and fun activities for the kids. Again, it's sure to be a big smash. Look at that big old animal right there. Well, if you're a fan of horror films, you don't want to miss the new exhibit at Mopop, Scared to Death. The terrifying exhibit's latest visitor might just have you screaming for more. A local cosplayer dresses as the girl from The Ring, and the reactions are priceless. Check this out here. I'm going on record. I don't want to go there. I get too scared. The girl from The Ring will return to the museum tonight to freak out guests during a after dark happy hour. For more information on Mopop's newest horror film exhibition, go to SeattleRefined.com and search Scared to Death. Oh, that is so creepy. Seattle Refined is just getting started. Coming up, on the hunt for the paranormal. Refined takes you to one of the most haunted towns in Washington. But first, a big announcement for our Refined bookworms. The latest book club pick just in time for you to curl up with for the weekend.
It's the
Welcome back to Seattle Refined. I'm GAARD SWANSON. We have an exciting update on one of our favorite dessert divas. Earlier this year, we introduced you to Charlie Dunmeyer, who runs her bakery, Deep Sea Sugar and Salt, out of a trailer in the Georgetown area. We just learned she'll soon be moving into the historic Carlton Market just down the road. Charlie's looking to remodel the kitchen and open shop in mid-March, but for now, you can still pick up a slice at the Trailer Park Mall on weekends. That is good stuff there. All right, it's Friday, and you know what that means? There's no shortage of events happening around town, but we have a big announcement for our Refined readers. And look who's here. It's always Britt on Friday. I love it. Britt Thorson, managing editor of Seattle Refined. You're one of the busiest ladies around.
Oh, thanks. And you know what I'm especially busy doing?
What?
Reading this weekend. It's because I'm not going to any Halloween parties, especially after seeing that ring, the girl in the ring at the EMP. No, thank you.
I'm not getting close to that.
No way. I'm such a weenie.
Too real for me.
So I'm going to stick with my books. If you're like me, you should pick up The Burning Girl by Claire Massoud. It's our November book club pick. And this book is really going to have to change the way I think about it, because when they told me, Terry Tazioli over at the University Bookstore, they're our partner, and they chose this book, and he said, yeah, Britt, it's just a book about two middle school girls.
It's easy read.
And I was like, middle school girls? I was my worst version of myself in middle school. Like, I don't want to go and relive all of those memories of being like a middle school girl and being friends with someone and then hating them the next day and then loving them the next day.
You were a brat.
I was a brat. You heard it here first. Sorry, Mom and Dad. But anyway, it is a story about two friends who start very, very close together, and then, you know, things change as they do. Their lives take very different paths, and let's see if they come together or not. You're really going to have to work on me here, Claire, because I don't like going back to my middle school times.
So this really is a good book to curl up with.
Well, we'll see. Let's find out with us. We would love you to join Refined Reads. You can sign up at SeattleRefined.com/refinedreads. Our discussion of The Burning Girl is scheduled for Thursday, November 30th. Mark your calendars at the University Bookstore in the U District. Happy reading.
All right, now I'm really excited about this. We have the So Northwest Awards, the fall edition. This is really cool stuff. Because everybody gets to vote at home.
Everyone gets to vote at home. We're only 5 days in, and we already have like 160 votes pouring in. Things like the best fall hike, the best pumpkin patch, the best pumpkin flavored beverage.
Yeah, I was going to say, a good latte with pumpkin spice.
And it's so easy to vote, you guys. And one of the main reasons we want to do this is because we don't know everything. I'll be the first one to say that we don't know everything. But you guys, you're out there, you're trying the pies and the soups of the world, and we want to know, what's your favorite? Tell us. SeattleRefined.com/fall awards. You can vote in all 10 categories, and the coolest part is, I think one of the coolest parts is that if you enter, you are maybe up for a chance at winning 2 tickets to the Nutcracker and an overnight at the Alexis Hotel in their special PMB suite.
Yeah, so you can win a big prize.
You can win just like a whole event, a whole night of ballet. What could be better?
That's cool.
It could be really awesome.
Oh, I like it. And what I'm really excited about, Maroon 5, one of my favorite bands, they're coming to town down to Tacoma.
They are. We've been so lucky. In the past couple of weeks, we've gotten a lot of announcements that new people are going to be coming to visit Seattle in 2018. Maroon 5 is one of them. You may know them as the band with Adam Levine as their head.
Sugar. Sugar's a good song.
Oh, I thought you were calling Adam Levine Sugar.
No.
Like that was your pet
But that's
name
one
for
of the
him.
songs they sing, right?
That's what I would call him. Yes, he's coming in May of 2018, and they're actually kicking off the North American leg of their tour here in the Tacoma Dome. And I know it seems like it's really, really, really far away, but the reason we're telling you about it is because tickets already are going on sale next Saturday, so mark your calendars.
Yeah, and this is Maroon 5 here. Now, did they really go to these weddings and just surprise the bride and groom?
They crashed the wedding.
That is cool.
I would be a little nervous because what if you just married someone and then you saw Adam Levine and you're like, wait, I want to marry you. I want to marry you.
I need an annulment.
Are you an option?
All right, let's talk about Freak Night because that's this weekend too.
That is, and I will say this is the opposite of, you know, what I'll be doing because, you know, I told you I'm such a weenie with scaredy cats. This is Halloween's in Seattle times 1,000. This is a bunch of young kids, actually not all young, but most of them are young. They get together down at the WAMU Theater in Seattle, and they dress up and they hang out. It's like a rager and a rave, and everyone's dancing the night away and probably up way past my bedtime. I know way past your bedtime.
I know, you're going to be out partying. What are you going as real quick? What?
I don't really do Halloween.
At all?
Not really. I really like, my favorite part of Halloween is answering the door and seeing the kids dressed up as the trick-or-treats.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm kind of I'm a grandma.
You're a grandma, but you love passing out the candy.
But I love passing out the candy, but I keep the Snickers for myself, I will say that.
All right, well, if you have any leftover candy, bring it into the office.
You wish.
I know. Britt Thorson, thank you so much, SeattleRefined.com. Coming up, a big college football weekend is upon us. Why tomorrow's UW game will be extra special for fans. Seattle Refined will be right back after this. Welcome back to Refined in our special TGIF edition. If you're looking to cheer on your favorite team this weekend, it is homecoming for the Huskies. The Dogs are coming off a bye week and are looking to add another win to their 6-1 record. Washington takes on UCLA, who is 4-3 coming in so far this season. Kickoff is at 12:30 p.m. at Husky Stadium. And it's sure to be a special homecoming for all Dog fans as UW unveils a new statue honoring legendary Huskies football coach Don James. The 8'6" statue captures James in his typical arms crossed pose, wearing his purple cap with the big gold W. We spoke to the legendary coach's wife, Carol, last year in her Kirkland home, where it's crammed with priceless Don James memorabilia. How proud are you of Don today? And he's been gone for 3 years.
I don't like to talk about this. I'll probably start to cry. No, seriously. I'm prouder of him now than I was then because I did not realize the impact he was having on so many lives. And I hear from some of these young men, older men, whatever they are, every day. Very seldom does a day go by I don't have something from somebody.
The Don James statue will be located in the Northwest Plaza's Rose Garden to honor James's dedication to getting his teams to so many Rose Bowls over the years. And Coug fans, we aren't forgetting about you. The 15th ranked Wazoo team heads to Tucson tomorrow to take on the University of Arizona. The Cougs are coming off a big win against Colorado last week. Kickoff for this game is at 6:30 p.m. The Seahawks are also back home this weekend, taking on the Houston Texans, who are 3-3 this year. The Hawks now are 4-2 after a big win on the road over the New York Giants last Sunday. Game time for this one on Sunday is 1:05. And if you're looking for a real scream for Halloween, there are several homes in Port Gamble believed, get this, to be haunted. But there's one that's probably the town's most famous. You don't believe in any of those ghoulish tales? Let's take a look inside with Elisa Jaffe and see if she can change your mind.
There's something spooky about this vacant Victorian home on the hill looming over the old timber milling town of Port Gamble.
Visitors to Port Gamble have often reported seeing two little children peeking their heads up over this windowsill.
Kids in the attic? But doors are locked. Nobody's lived in the Walker Ames house since the town's sawmill shut down in 1995. Or have they?
Well, I believe we do have some long-term residents here.
Pete ORBEA hosts Port Gamble ghost tours.
Okay, we're gonna have 2 teams.
And coordinates paranormal investigations inside the historic home. On this evening, Puget Sound ghost hunters, an assorted group of locals partial to the paranormal, take their investigation to the top.
We would like to communicate with you in a friendly way.
We're not real sure about what bad things happened in this house, but, you know, that's why we're here investigating.
Is there anybody here with us?
The teams taunt with toys.
Are you a child?
And try capturing communications or images from the other side.
I myself have experienced hearing voices, hearing sounds, seeing shadows.
In this master bedroom, they say they've seen shadows and apparitions.
I guess you could say I'm definitely a believer in the activity in this house.
The Walker Ames mansion was built in 1889 for the mill's master mechanic, William Walker. His daughter married the mill's manager, Edwin Ames, who also lived here. Thus, Walker Ames, one of Washington's most haunted.
A lot of people are a little squeamish about the chance of getting touched. So I'd say the basement's probably where people don't want to go.
Female visitors have reported having their hair pulled or jackets tugged in the barren basement.
We had 2 team members go into the basement. They immediately came right back up and said, "We can't go down there."
ORBEA says a horrid stench followed them out.
It smelled like death.
But don't let that scare you away from this quaint community that markets so much more than spirits. Just keep in mind ORBEA's word of warning or welcome should you choose to stay.
So usually when someone moves to town, we ask them, "Are you okay with ghosts?" Because you may experience one.
Wow, smelled like death? Oh, man. Well, Seattle Refined will be right back. Welcome back to Seattle Refined. If you're looking for something to do on Sunday, November 5th, how about climbing walls and going down a giant slip and slide, all for a good cause? The Winter Pineapple Classic is a 5K obstacle course at Marymore Park in Redmond. It raises money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, and it is dirty and it is a fun time. Refined is taking a crash course next week, and we'll be sure to share it with you way ahead of the race. Now that looks like fun. All right, we're just about out of time here and almost finished up with this episode of Seattle Refined. As we end the show, here are some of our favorite photos and moments of the week. Have a great Friday and a weekend, everybody.